the digital currencies, digital cross-border payments, smart contracts, raising equities over debt, in particular in relation to innovation and climate, which is now clearly demonstrated as conducive to it. I think those would be other objectives that I would cherish.
Hey guys, welcome to another Future Trend Today video. Really happy to be back again, but as you guys saw from the start of this video, that was a clip taken from the B.I.S. Innovation Hub Week, which took place closer to the end of March, with the ever notable, Christine Lagarde, accompanied by Benoit Curé of the B.I.S. and the recently retired, or should I say, career shifted Mark Carney on the panel with her. So essentially, they were discussing pretty much how innovation can support sustainable growth. So we'll definitely get back into that in a few minutes here. But before I get carried away with anything else, I don't know about you guys, but I have been extremely overwhelmed with the level of, I don't even know, excitement, the overall just hype within this cryptocurrency space and digital asset space in general. Literally speaking, the past 7 days have been an entire whirlwind for me. Just having to sit here 2 weeks ago mentioning that, XRP was at 52 cents, to wake up in the morning of, I think it was on Thursday morning, where the price crossed over 60 cents and has pretty much climbed all the way to hit as much as $1.12 in the past few days. Never in a year, I'm not going to say in a million years because I've been expecting this to happen, but never in a year did I expect that this would happen so quickly. So just taking a look at everything that has gone on, I've been, making posts on Twitter just to pass time and keep my, my Twitter fingers going still. I wasn't expecting to get any form of movement or see any form of movement in the market at all. So from my perspective, I'm just extremely grateful. Like, if you guys are watching this, you guys have followed me for some time, or if you're just new to this channel in general, I'm just grateful because I found myself in a position where, just like a lot of people in this space, we've been talking about this particular topic for the longest period of time. And I, for one, can only speak for myself. I was pretty convinced that the decisions that I'd made prior or over the course of the past 3 to 4 years were the right ones financially. And that's by no means to say that, I'm an expert in this field. By all means, I am not a financial advisor. I would 100% recommend that you speak to your own financial advisor and your accountant, being that it's tax season and all, to make sure that your investments are in alignment with your overall goals and objectives. But holy crap, man. Please give me, I hope you guys can humor me for a bit here. I did not expect it to cross $1 yet. And I had a recent conversation with my wife that, she essentially mentioned, she's always been mentioning that, don't talk to me about XRP. Don't talk to me about what exciting news you've uncovered, or what exciting video you've watched that you feel I should watch, until it crosses $1. And for some strange reason, I had no urge to, to wake her up and go all hypey about it, because I was scared that it was going to drop down back to zero. I don't know about you guys, but there's a lot of nerves when excitement in this market peaks up, or if it hits a certain peak, I'm always anticipating a drop, because, well, let's be honest, this space has really messed with our emotions for the past 3 years. So to see it break resistance past 60 cents, past 80 cents, and then obviously following the council or the releases that technical analysts like Blockchain Backer have shown over the past few months, literally everything has worked out for the better. I don't know. I'm just really happy. I'm really humbled by it. And obviously we have a very long way to go. Anyone on Twitter, anyone in the XRP community would mention that, this is just the beginning. And, I have every intention, or, I'm inclined to believe them, and I'm inclined to believe it myself. It's just a really interesting phase that I find myself in personally. But all in all, congratulations to everybody who has held strong with XRP and pretty much every other altcoin that has shown the fundamentals that, pretty much conclude a better long-term horizon on that investment. And for all you risk takers out there that literally held on through all the FUD and all the negativity or the discouragement, guys, you know what? The sky's the limit at this point. It's really a privilege to be here at this particular point in history. So by all means, don't let anybody make you feel bad about any decision that you've made financially, as long as you have the facts behind you, as long as you have, a relatively good head on your shoulders and you're being rational with your decisions when it comes to finances. I have all the faith in the world that it would work out. But oh man, that's enough excitement for one video. I just wanted to touch on it because I'm sure you guys have probably watched every other video on YouTube that discusses XRP and its break of $1, and it seems to be holding resistance there right now too. So if the floor is $1, and as we've been reading over the past few days on Twitter and everybody's videos, all these technical analysts are mentioning that $10 is next. I subscribe to Blockchain Backer, which I believe you guys should definitely take a look at. I bought his course too. Like, it really helped my wife and I, and it also actually bridged the gap between the kinds of jargon that my wife, that would essentially go over her head at the time that I was explaining to her. Blockchain Backer does a good job of making it very, very digestible by pretty much anybody. So I highly recommend that, just for your own peace of mind. Go ahead and check that out. But yeah, it's rather interesting. This entire week has been a very interesting one, because the mainstream media releases of CNN, notably Brad Garlinghouse's interview with Julia Chatterley, discussed pretty much everything that we've heard for the past few months anyway. Like, I didn't really see or hear anything extraordinarily new in that interview, but it yielded kind of like a snowball effect of attention drawn towards XRP and drawn towards Ripple. And let's just get something straight. Literally speaking, SEC fined, or at least filed a lawsuit against Ripple. I think it was about December. We're sitting here in April. The lawsuit has not been settled. No ruling, no concrete ruling has really come out and been addressed in the past, well, at least to my knowledge, in the past few weeks or days, outside of the fact that they're still working things out and going through, discovery hearings and trying to essentially battle back and forth on what kind of information is going to be disclosed in this lawsuit. Nothing has really changed, and we're literally above the price point which XRP was at when the lawsuit first hit the airwaves, right? So if I can only imagine what life is going to be like the moment they decide to say that, hey, XRP is not a security. The moment exchanges start relisting XRP, or at least the notable ones that have already unlisted it, like Coinbase, Binance, the moment they list it again, I can only imagine the level of pandemonia, or whatever word that is, that we're going to experience within this market. So I'm just hopeful. I'm trying to remain as composed and calm as possible and focus on the priorities that I have already on my table. And I'm just trusting that everything will go well. But for all intensive purposes, I started the video off with that B.I.S. Innovation Hub clip, because those three bodies the three individuals that were showcased in that particular segment discussed sustainability. And we all know that there has been a negative rap, or a negative taste, or some sort of like a distaste of Bitcoin from at least a regulatory standpoint, depending on which part of the world or which side of the coin you find yourself. Some people are really, really bullish on Bitcoin, and some people are not. And the ones that seem to not be on the side of Bitcoin seem to be those that are within government or regulatory, that represent regulatory bodies. And they have always talked about the negative effects and the environmental impacts that mining Bitcoin in the long term will pose in the overall monetary, in the overall scheme of monetary policy. So from my perspective, it seems like they're worth lending an ear to. So when I saw this, I just figured it was most likely a good idea. I highly recommend you guys follow the B.I.S innovation, or at least the B.I.S channel, which I'll link in the description below, to take a look at everything else that they had to offer during the week of the Innovation Hub series of videos, and just make up your own conclusion as to where the direction of money may very well go. Obviously, the SEC lawsuit against Ripple is still ongoing and hasn't been concluded yet, but I'm just going to play this last part here and leave the video off on that. And just before that happens, I just want to once more say congratulations to everybody that has held on to this particular asset and all the other assets that are doing well within the altcoin space, pretty much anything that isn't Bitcoin that has gone up. And that's my puppy barking in the back, also celebrating with us. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this video, and by all means, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for any other videos that I post, as I'll do my best to ramp up my my frequency of posting again. We all know life happens every now and then, so I hope you guys are doing well, and I will catch you on the next one. All right, bye-bye.
Would you go as far as suggesting that digital money can help channel money where it's most needed for the climate, like using smart contracts to channel money?
I would go as far as saying that is a very promising avenue, yes, because it's not necessarily that digital money and smart contracts and use of DLT can bring these interconnections to the fore, and then combined with emissions data can help us optimize and reduce those emissions in the most efficient manner and the most aggressive manner. So it can potentially unlock a huge potential.
Yeah, completely. And indeed, if from there we can change gear and move into what Mark was alluding to, the digital currencies, digital cross-border payments, smart contracts, raising equities over debt, in particular in relation to innovation and climate, which is now clearly demonstrated as conducive to it. I think those would be other objectives that I would cherish.